So much to do, so much to achieve, but you feel you just don't have enough time. Well, in today's video, we'll discuss how not just to manage your time, but how to manage yourself also effectively. Hey guys, this is Anurag Mehta and you're watching the AM Talk. Now guys, before we start today's topic, I want you to comment below one thing that you think that you can do today, which you're not doing right now, but you feel like if you can do it today and you start doing it on a regular basis, it can have tremendous positive effect in your life. Just write all your answers in comment below and we'll come back to your answers later. Now, coming back to the topic of today, guys, we in the previous videos, we have talked about proactivity. We have talked about habits of proactivity, how to develop a principle-centered core, a center, which have all the values systems in it, and how it can help you to develop a mission statement. So we have already talked about proactivity, principle-centered approach, and we have talked about developing a mission statement for yourself. Now, once you've developed your mission statement, what's after that? How do you go about achieving that mission? How do you go about accomplishing those goals which you have put in your mission statement? Today we'll be discussing about that. Guys, to achieve those missions, you have to manage yourself daily. Like if you talk about what Bruce Lee said, if you love life, do not waste time, because time is what life is made of. So guys, there are two aspects. One is leadership aspect, which deals with proactivity, mission statement, and principle-centered approach. So when you become more proactive, when you make your mission statement, when you discover your center based on principles and core values, there's the leadership aspect of it. So you're planning. This all aspect is planning. Planning is done by leader. Leader is you only. One aspect of leadership is this. Then how do you, when you have all the blueprints in front of you, when you have all the plans in front of you, what do you do then? You have to actually do daily tasks. You break your goals into daily tasks and you have to do those daily tasks. Wherein comes procrastination, wherein comes lethargic attitude, and you don't do them daily. So guys, once you have written down your mission statement, you have to now manage yourself, and managing yourself means managing your time very well. So guys, self-management also means discipline, and discipline comes from the word disciple. Disciple of what? Disciple of your own philosophy, disciple of your own core values, disciple of your own missions, disciple of somebody else whose values you follow. So guys, in today's video, we'll be discussing some time management technique. I'll give you a tool today which will help you to manage your time more effectively. Guys, before I share this tool with you, I want to share a small story with you. I really like these two YouTubers and I've been watching them for a very long time now. I'll not take their names right now. And I really admire their content. I really admire their hard work. And one of them somewhere in some of the videos or some of the blogs or some of the content said that, every day when he wakes up, he feels like chilling out because he's a young guy. He feels like chilling out. He also feels procrastinating thing today. He also has that lethargic part of him in himself. But every day he beats that lethargic person in himself and get out and make content. So the idea is, guys, when these YouTubers make contents, they've got no idea whether somebody will be watching or not, how many likes they will have, whether that content and their efforts are appreciated or not. But at the same time, and that goes not just in YouTube scene, but it also goes in every aspect of your life. Whenever you put in efforts, you don't know what kind of results will come out. But to beat that lethargic self and go out and still put in the effort, still do the job, that's the idea of managing yourself. You guys, you know what? Successful people also feel lazy. Successful people also many times feel lethargic. They also feel like procrastinating, but they beat that part. They still do their job because for them, their core set of values is more important. So their lethargicness is beaten by the strength of their true purpose. Guys, Stephen Covey has cited time management metrics and he has offered it as a tool for us to understand that how we can manage ourselves effectively in terms of time. So he has said that all the jobs that we do fall either of one of the quadrants that he has offered. So quadrant 1, if you see here, consists of all the jobs that are urgent and important. Quadrant 2 consists of all the jobs which are not urgent. but at the same time important. Quadrant 3 consists of all the jobs which are urgent but not important. And at the same time, quadrant 4 here tells of all the jobs which are not important and not urgent. So guys, if you see, in quadrant 1 lies all the kinds of jobs which deals with the pressing issues of today, which if we are not attended to can cause a lot of crisis, whether it's personal life, whether it's an official life. It deals with all the pressing jobs, it deals with all the deadline based projects. For example, say if you go to the office and you know that there is a urgent meeting with the board of directors today, then that's a pressing job. Any preparation that needs to be done to attend that meeting has to be done today. So it is urgent as well as important. Now if you come to quadrant 2, which is not urgent but important, consists of all the jobs. I'll come back to quadrant 2 later. Now if we discuss quadrant 3, it deals with all the jobs which are not important but are urgent. These are the kind of jobs which makes you reactive in your office space or in your personal life, whereas they were not your agenda but they were somebody else's agenda in your environment and they press those agendas on you. For example, some interruptions in the office which demand your urgent attention. They were not your interruptions but they were office interruptions. At the same time, some calls which were made by someone else and you had to attend to them. They were not in your agenda again, but you have to attend because you were called upon. Some mails which you have to respond to, which were again not urgent, but client suddenly mailed something. It was not even that important, but still it became urgent because client demands it. And some meetings which happened randomly. They are not by very important meetings, but they became urgent at spur of the moment. And quadrant 4 consists of all the activities which are not urgent and not important. This consists of, office gossip sessions, coffee sessions, smoke sessions outside the office. These are time wasters. These are pleasant activities in the office, talking to colleagues, having fun, wasting time. These are complete time wasters. So guys, Stephen Covey states, that if you invest a lot of time in quadrant 1 activities which are urgent and important also, then you become a crisis manager. I completely agree that these jobs demand urgent attention and they're very important also, but somebody who complete quadrant 1 performer, he is always fighting the fire. He is always managing the crisis. He becomes a problem-oriented person. I imagine somebody who is not even able to sleep because he has some urgent matter which needs complete attention all the time in his mind. Now, quadrant 3 people, these are the people who have short-term focus because they are dealing with things which are posed on them. So it was not their agenda. So their focus is always short-term. I went to the office today. I went to my official environment or personal environment today. Whosoever pointed an agenda towards me, I made that my agenda. So the idea is, these people have a repetition chameleon kind of thing, So these people do not have any goals in their mind, but they keep on citing short-term goals just to project that they are doing something important or they are doing something urgent. These people are really out of the control, like I said before, because they are not in charge of their own agendas. They don't even have mapped out their own agendas in their mind. So they're always catering to somebody else's agenda, and that's why they feel out of control all the time. And they have this approach of, faking it till they make it. So they're always faking it. They're always showing that they're doing a lot of meetings, they are attending a lot of calls, they are reverting to a lot of mails, but actually they do not have any true agenda in their mind. People who spend a lot of time in quadrant 4, which is not important and not urgent, they are totally irresponsible people. These are the people who lose their jobs at once when a company goes through any calamity. These are the people who lose their friends at once when things get a little tough in their relationship. These are the people who are dependent on others for feeling their self-worth. Even for the basic things, they are dependent on others. So if all these 3 quadrants are not right, quadrant 1 is still right to about 70%. But where should you spend most of your time? Guys, in my first video, if you remember, we talked about PC work, leveraging, developing your personal production capability all the time, learning new things. These things may not even seem important today, but if you focus on developing your skills, harnessing your skills, leveraging your capabilities, then slowly you start becoming the next version of yourself. So guys, people who spend a lot of time in quadrant 2, what kind of activities fall in quadrant 2? PC actions, personal capability development, Opportunity seekers, they become opportunity seekers because they're always finding out opportunities. They are planning and recreation. They're always planning what to do next. They are always planning what to learn next, and recreational activities. They also give time for regenerating recreational activities so that they can come up next day as a better version of themselves. So guys, these things may not seem important, but as they say, like for example, there are people who study like in the last quarter of their boards, or even the last month, or even the last days of their boards exams, and there are people who are studying every day. Everybody knows who scored the most marks. So the people who spend a lot of activity, a lot of time in quadrant number 2, which is in my opinion the most important quadrant, develop a vision for themselves, develop a mission for themselves. They can actually plan their activities or how to achieve those missions. They become more balanced as a complete individual. They become more disciplined people. They feel like they are in complete control, and they are actually in complete control, and they have fewer crises because they come from the aspect of prevention rather than cure. So they always anticipate that what can go wrong, and they develop preventive strategies before anything can go wrong. So people in quadrant 2, while also working in quadrant 1, slowly and slowly, when you're working in quadrant 2 in PC activities, learning new things, slowly and slowly your quadrant 1 problems, big crisis, actual crisis become smaller and smaller until unless you have less pressing problems to deal with, and then you can even focus more on quadrant 2. So guys, my suggestion is, if you follow this matrix, now after understanding this, we can again go back to the question that I asked you while we were beginning this video. What is this one thing that you can do today which you feel you are not doing right now, but if you do, it can have tremendous positive aspects, positive effect in your life, and I'm sure that will fall in quadrant 2. So guys, my suggestion to you is always cite down those things and focus daily on your quadrant 2 activities, because these are the activities, these are the things which will take you and make you level your 2.0, your 2.0 of your version of yourself. Guys, I hope you liked today's video. I please request you to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon, because that motivates me. And just keep watching my videos, because I'll keep on bringing such new stuff to you. And keep watching, because when you're amazing, when you're motivated.